Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a cheese board or a charcuterie board, whatever you want to call it. I call it a cheese board because it doesn't have that much meat. It's mostly cheeses and jams and fruit and stuff. So this is going to be a cheese board. I just kind of give you ideas of what to put on your cheese board or how to make one, just in case you were wondering if you've never made one before. These are really fun to take to parties when you feel comfortable going to parties. I don't know about this year, but for next year, or when you host things at home, or if you just want to make a cheese board, you can make a small one, a medium-sized one, a huge one. These are really pretty and pretty fun to eat. Today, this is all I got here, so I'm going to kind of show you what I get for mine, or what I got for mine today. The most important part of making a cheese board is definitely the cheese. So I got a bunch of cheese, different kinds of cheeses, and I got them from two different places. You get your cheese from wherever you want. I like going to the Milwaukee Public Market. They have like a little cheese shop, and they always have this little bin where they package the ends of the cheeses, like all different kinds, and they sell them for super cheap. And I find that that is like the best place to go when you want to have a bunch of random pieces of cheese or types of cheeses in your board. So like, for example, I got a tomato basil cheddar cheese. I got four-year-old cheddar, sorry. And then I got a cranberry cheddar. So I got that from there. I usually get more if I'm going to be hosting, but since I'm just doing this for this video, I only got 3 of those. But yeah, top secret place. Go to the Milwaukee Public Market or to your cheese shop, and I'm sure they have like the ends of the cheese blocks, and you could definitely use them for your cheese board. So save yourself some money, because sometimes cheese can get really expensive. Also, I love going to Trader Joe's to get their cheese because they have some of my favorite. They have this really cool one, which I think is seasonal. It's a slicing brie cheese. I don't know if you guys like brie, but I love brie because it's so like creamy and almost buttery. And my cheese board cannot be a cheese board without manchego cheese. This cheese is my favorite. So this one's from Trader Joe's. It's aged 6 months, not too long, but this is really, really good. And then I am trying out the creamy Toscano cheese with dusted with cinnamon. So we're gonna see how that is. So I'm gonna chop these up or slice them up, and then I'm gonna show you how I arrange them in here, because we're gonna start with the cheeses first. All right, so we are back. I just cut a bunch of cheese here. And by the way, just so you know, cheese boards are not meant to be neat. I think the more you add on to your plate or your wood board, the more it's going to start coming together and looking really nice. So when you're cutting your cheese, you don't have to cut it perfectly. So for example, the brie, I just cut out a block and I left it like that so people can slice their own slices. Of course, wash your hands, make sure your hands are clean and everything that you're using is clean. So common sense. I'm going to start laying down the cheeses. So I just put down the brie. Oops. I'm going to start putting down the tomato basil cheddar. And I like just spreading it out in different places. I'm actually going to make this one kind of small and just make like a little party here in the center of this board. A bit of the cranberry cheddar, random spots. And like I said, sometimes you could just break apart the cheddar or whatever cheese and just like drop it, plop it anywhere. It doesn't have to be perfect or perfectly sliced. There you go. So that's my first layer. What I personally like doing is adding nuts and dried fruit to my board, just because it goes really well with the cheese. But before I forget, make sure you put some sort of jam or jams or whipped cheese. Jam with cheese and crackers is just so delicious. I rotate between the raspberry jam or blueberry jam. This one's actually local from Door County, so it's the raspberry jam from A taste of Door County. Let me just try to open this because, jeez. So, I'm just gonna put it in the center because obviously you could pour some out into a really nice like little container or small mason jar. But I am gonna leave it there so just so I could keep that circle and I could pretty much arrange fruits and nuts and crackers or whatever rice thins around it. And another tip that I have for you guys is that you can actually go to Trader Joe's. It's like a one-stop shop, right? You get your savory rice cakes, your brioche toast, which I love on cheese boards, and you can get your nuts. They have the cheapest nuts and such a huge variety, different flavors. Like this one's chile and garlic cashews. This one's the sweet and spicy pecans. This one's probably my favorite to use on a board. I'm actually gonna skip on these today, but because I'm trying to go for a different feel. But I'm gonna go with these, which are my favorite, the sweet and spicy pecans from Trader Joe's. They're addicting and super filling. So I'm gonna open this up. I'm having a hard time opening things up. So for these nuts, honestly, like I said, nothing has to be perfect. You just start putting it anywhere and everywhere. If anyone out there is watching, you can let me know how your weekend is going. Did you accomplish anything this weekend? Even if you just got out of bed, that's an accomplishment, I think. So, all right. I put a little bit of the pecans. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the apricots. I love apricots. These are dry apricots, and guess what? Guess where I got them from? I am putting some apricots on here. I just use one, depending on your board size. Obviously, you can use different kinds of fruit, dry fruit or fresh fruit. I love using pears on cheese boards as well, but I don't have any pears, so we're just working with what we got. So apricots, just to give that nice balance with sweet, spicy. We are going to do the, you know what, before we get into the meats, let's get into the crackers and the little brioche toasts. Honestly, anything that people can use as a little boat to put all their good stuff in, you know, something to spread their jam on. I like using savory rice thins. That way they don't take over the flavor of the cheese and the nuts. So I like just organizing them on the side here and just bring everything closer together. These are little brioche toasts that are super cheap at Trader Joe's. They're like $1.99, but I love to put them on here. Now that we have our cheese all crumbled up, different kinds of cheeses, remember, use your faves. Nuts, dry fruit. We got our little vessels where we're gonna spread the jam or just add some cheese. You could do crackers like this, like little toasts, or you can do like if you are not doing like bread or stuff like that, you could do like apple slices or pears. So I'm gonna be using some meats. These are some pepperonis. Obviously, you can use salami and stuff. There's so many different ways to make this look pretty. You can fold them in a triangle, make them look adorable. Like I said, it doesn't have to be neat at all whatsoever. You can get whatever kind of meat, salami, prosciutto, serrano ham. And then I'm going to use prosciutto. And guess what? I also got this from Trader Joe's. I did it. Okay. Prosciutto. I hope that's how you pronounce it. So if the sliced or the slices are too big, you think for bites, like bite size, cut them into bite size. Then the fun part. So now we're going to want to make this look pretty, right? So I love adding fruits, like fresh fruit to my boards. So I'm going to be putting fresh raspberries and blueberries. So for the fruit, you honestly just have fun with it. Anywhere and everywhere. So now we're pulling out the grapes. We're just going to do like right there. Oops, dropped one. Come here, amigo. Right there. So I actually put some of that raspberry jam in there. Did it in like that. I could have left it in the raspberry container or the raspberry jar, but I decided not to. I put the raspberry there, and I am going to top that off with a little bit of rosemary because it smells lovely. And you could, you know, get mint or rosemary or whatever. I had rosemary because of Thanksgiving, so I'm just gonna pop a few little sprigs randomly just to get the aromatics going here. Obviously nobody's gonna, well, I don't know, some people might eat the rosemary, but let's just hope they don't. And let's just, oh no, it looks ugly there. Okay, alright, so that's how it looks, right? So clearly you could probably change the type of container that you're gonna put your jam in, but that's all I have, so we're gonna work with it. So that is honestly it, guys. I swear, me and Trader Joe's are like BFFs. Also, I got some of these peppermint pretzel slimes, and we're gonna actually put them on the side for people who want that quick sweet tooth fix. So that is the cheese board. Obviously, you could get a cuter place to put your jam, but that's pretty much the whole shebang. Another cool little detail that you could put on your cheese board is little honey sticks. I forgot to put that on mine. Also goat cheese, especially the blueberry goat cheese or the honey goat cheese. So good. But yeah, all right guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was entertaining, and I hope you make your own cheese boards, and you tag me on your posts, or let me know down below what kind of cheese is your favorite. How about that? All right guys, have a great day. Bye.